So what do you guys want to have a custody battle over cards? Me too. March of the Machines is shaping up to be a really fun looking set. Now listen, you could get your spoilers from another channel where they might say, yeah, and have a lot of clickbaity titles with 11 exclamation points like, no. You could get your spoilers from a guy who every single day says it's an insane day in Magic the Gathering. That guy kind of looks like he has iron deficiency anemia. You don't want to get your spoilers from him. You could get your spoilers from a very plasticized crew of people who laugh maniacally at the lamest jokes and can't give their honest opinion anyways because they're getting paid by wizards. Or you can listen to me, old Nikki G. There's no ads. Just like, subscribe, and if you want to be really cool like Liam and Mark Magyar, you can buy me a coffee at the link in the description. Then let's explore some new cards and mechanics. So what the heck is a battle anyway? Well, it's a new card type and it's sideways. Oh, that's great. So far we only have a couple sieges spoiled, which is a subtype of battles. So Magic has gotten even more complicated with the sideways card type. Sounds like a lot of fun. As a siege enters the battlefield, choose an opponent to protect it. You and others can attack it. When it's defeated, exile it, then cast it transform. Okay, so you control the permanent, but you choose Louis over there to defend it, right? Then you attack it with a 3/3. Louis has a 2/2, but he can choose to defend it if he wants. He can block. Why would he? Well, so you don't get the other side's effect, I guess. If the battle loses its defense counters, well, you exile it and you cast the backside. My initial thoughts on this, it's incredibly fiddly, it's confusing and gimmicky. I can see use cases, but there's only one fully spoiled right now, so we'll have to see what the others do on the backside. And see if all this attacking and flipping and nonsense are even worth all that. Of note, it uses counters, so remember that for your counter manipulation goodies. Alright, so the only one we have so far is Invasion of Zendikar. It's 3 and a green for a battle, it's a siege. We already talked about what a siege does when it enters the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Has defense of 4, and on the backside, it's Awakened Skyclave. So this is a green elemental with vigilance and haste to 4/4. As long as the Awakened Skyclave is on the battlefield, it's a land in addition to its other types, has tap, add 1 mana of any color. So between the front and back, you seem to get a lot for 3 and a green mana. Would others choose to attack this? I don't know why they would. You get all the benefit, right? You have to do some convincing. We also have a couple cards with the Incubate mechanic. You're basically making a baby with your Magic Bros. That's why you gotta have custody battles later. We all want to secretly make babies with our Magic Bros. Don't deny it, okay? For example, you got this card with Incubate 3, create an Incubator token with 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and it has 2 transform this artifact. It transforms into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature. Weird, also fiddly. So the Incubator token is an artifact that can transform into an artifact creature with those +1/+1 counters on it. Seems like a neat little add-on, I guess, to some of these cards that do things we've seen before. And the cards that care about Phyrexians and artifacts like these little tokens. Look at this cute lady flashing gang signs over here. You got the Archpriest of Shadows, 3 black for a creature, human warlock. So this has the backup mechanic on it. It has backup 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following abilities until end of turn. So basically, if you put the +1/+1 counter on this thing, you're not adding the abilities to something else. So the whole bottom half of the card, your other creature gets, which in this case would be Death Touch. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is a really interesting way to beef up creatures that are already out on the battlefield. Alright, so that's some main set mechanics, but let's talk about some neat little build-arounds that you're putting in the Commander product. I'm not sure at this point what will be in the precons versus what they did with Dominaria United. They put a bunch of cards like the Ever-Changing Dane and Baru, the Worm Speaker. They put them in the supplemental product, and you can pull those out of set boosters or something. Like this little guy, Bright Palm, Soul Awakener. It's my nickname back in college. 1 red, green, and a white for a legendary creature, Fox Shaman. It's a 4/3 with backup 1. When this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. That creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. So, backup. They don't love you like I love you. Another unique mechanic to augment your existing creatures on the battlefield, as we just discussed. This guy has some green hands hidden in his pockets, brother, and that's a Fox's prerogative in 2023, dude. Then you got Gimbal over here, the Gimbal guy. He's a Gremlin Prodigy. 2 green, blue, and a red for a legendary creature, Gremlin Artificer. It's a 4/4. Artifact creatures you control have trample. The beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 red gremlin artifact creature token. Put X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named artifact tokens you control. This is really cool. It cares about artifact tokens, and there are tons. I'm not sure if the payoff will win you the game, but it's a fun little build around. I like this guy. Is that Ronnie Coleman? No, dude, it's a cat. It's Bermaz. He's Blight of Oreskos. 2 white and a black for a legendary creature, a Phyrexian cat. It's a 3/4. Whenever you cast a Phyrexian creature or artifact creature spell, incubate X, where X is the spell's mana value. So at the beginning of each end step, if a Phyrexian died under your control this turn, proliferate. I really like this art. This guy takes 1,000 milligrams of Phyrexian oil every day, hits the gym, brother, with his buddies every damn day at 6 a.m. This is the cat you're looking for, my friends. There are a lot of text on this card. It does a lot of things. Be a great fun build around. And remember, there's lots of cards that have been errata in the Phyrexians, and that's amazing. This is a fun looking commander, dude. Go great in an artifact creature deck as well. Oh, this poor lady, she broke her halo. Kazla, the broken halo from Halo 3, 3 blue, red, and a white for a legendary creature, Angel Ally. It's a 5/4 with Convoke, has flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever you cast another spell that has Convoke, scry 2, then draw a card. Convoke, tribal, amazing art. She looks like my ex-girlfriend when I told her I only had 1 drink. She's like, how many drinks did you have? I said I only had 1 drink, but it was a pint glass full of whiskey. Card advantage in the command zone on that beefy flying body is pretty diesel, dude. I like it. She's hitting the squat rack, and you know that's right. Then you got Sidar Jabari of Zalfir. He's 1 white, blue, and a black for a legendary creature, human knight. It's a 4/3 with eminence. Whenever you attack with 1 or more knights, if Sidar Jabari of Zalfir is on the command zone or on the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Has flying and first strike. Whenever Sidar Jabari deals combat damage to a player, return target knight creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Esper Knights, dude. I could think of a way worse combination of words. That seems pretty awesome. The Eminence ability seems pretty tame, to be honest with you. This is not overpowered like your dragons and your Edgar Markovs. A looting trigger that you can use to feed the graveyard for his last ability is pretty awesome. This is another really interesting, fun build-around commander that doesn't look super overpowered. I mean, you combine this with the legends that have already been spoiled, you're getting this Avengers from every plane assemble aesthetic that this set seems to have going for it, and I really like it. I hope battles aren't a huge part of design going forward. I'm not a massive fan of what I've seen so far. They're impossible to read on a computer screen. I gotta turn my whole computer sideways. I look like a damn psychopath over here in Starbucks. I mean, we have so many mechanics as it is. You got the Monarch, you got the dungeons, you got all this crazy stuff. People are rolling dice, they're flipping coins, dude. I mean, it looks like a dang carnival show out there to play a game of Commander. It's easy to forget how things go. I can see many games in my future where I have to get out my phone, look up rules interactions for a new card type. I mean, honestly, most players only have a tenuous grasp of the rules as they stand right now. Some players only have a tenuous grasp on reality. Anyway, more to come. Take it easy out there. Don't mortgage your house on set boosters. Wait until the tsunami of spoils passes over you before you make any rash decisions. Maybe it's me, but this looks like a fun popcorn set. Not everything needs to be all quiet on the Western Front. You know, this doesn't have to win an Oscar or something. You can binge on The Mandalorian once in a while if you want. Nothing wrong with a little junk food for the old hobby and the old brain. Sneaky G from Better Commander signing off.